I want to welcome you to Financial Accounting 201. This is a Fundamentals of Financial Accounting class. It's the first class you should be taking in the financial reporting series of classes. At Pittsburgh State University, this class is worth 3 credit hours. On some other campuses, it's worth 6. So I want to caution you that if you're taking this class and thinking of transferring it into your campus, you may find that you are only given partial credit for it because your campus requires you to take 2 classes in financial reporting. I have been teaching financial accounting and accounting for many years. My name is Teresa Presley, Dr. Presley, and this PowerPoint is just so that you will get to know me and you will learn about the class. That's the purpose of the PowerPoint. I tend to prepare these PowerPoints, and when I prepare the PowerPoints, other than this PowerPoint, the ones that relate back to our textbook materials, I take most of the test questions and other assessment tools off of the PowerPoints and emphasize the textbook less. You will need to purchase the textbook or rent the textbook or have some access to the textbook in some way, and it's going to be the Fundamentals of Financial Accounting 5th edition textbook by Phillips, Libby, and Libby. You will need to buy Connect, and what some students are finding is that if they buy Connect, which is the software package provided by McGraw-Hill, they can get ebook access, and that this is the cheapest way to go. I do know that the textbook is quite expensive, and you may want to look into this. You could go to the McGraw-Hill website and find that. But again, you will have to have Connect access for this class. About me and who I am, it's particularly difficult with this class because I can't see you and you can't see me, and we miss that interaction. I am from the Pittsburgh, Kansas area. Actually grew up in Barton County, near Lamar, near Liberal, as some of you are from the Missouri side of the line. Been teaching accounting for many years. I like accounting, but you don't have to like accounting. And I know that some of you do not have plans to work as an accountant, and you're taking this class in the summer to fulfill some degree requirements, and that's fine. I also do other things. I garden, I cook, I have a business, I have a farm, I live on the farm, I have 4 children, and I really don't think any of them will be accountants. My husband is also a business professor, and his area is in management information systems, so we are both dedicated educators. And you're wondering, well, what does my teacher look like? Well, you can go online and you can look under the Pittsburgh State website and under the Kells College and look for me and see a picture of me. I'm not particularly happy with that picture. And so that, this is a picture of my cat, and I'm pretty happy with these pictures. I think you'd probably like to look at him and see how relaxed and happy he is. And I'm hoping that this semester, although we have to pack a lot of material into it in a very short period of time, I am very hopeful that you'll be as relaxed and happy as this cat appears to be. Well, why am I telling you all this stuff about me? One of the reasons why is because when people look at accountants or people who are in accounting, they think we are boring, bean counters, people who are not creative, people who are nerdy, and that is not the case. Accountants are people. We are people that are just like you. And another point that I need to make is that accounting is not boring. There are so many opportunities for you if you choose to study accounting, and it's a wonderful area. But again, you do not need to be an accountant or an accounting major to get an A in this class. I would like now to get to know you. So your first assignment is to access Canvas. Now I've talked about Connect, and Connect is McGraw-Hill. Canvas is the Pittsburgh State online system. Everyone who is in the Pittsburgh State system, either as a faculty or as a student, should have access to this system. So what you will be doing for your first assignment is to go on to Canvas and answer a few survey questions. And the way I am going to provide this to you is by a Word document that is attached to an assignment which is called Introduction to Class. So you'll go into Canvas, you will look for assignments, you'll click on assignment, and you will see within it a Word document. Download this document, save the document to your computer, work on the document, answer the questions, save the file, and then go into Canvas and create an email and email back the assignment to me. Now there are different ways which I could have had you do this. One way is I could have provided you a quiz and you could have worked through the quiz, and that would have also accomplished something, because then you would know how to complete quizzes and send them back. This is the sort of thing which you'd be doing when you take your exams. But in between now and exam time, you may have questions for me. And if you have questions for me, I need to be sure that you know how to email your questions to me. Unlike most assignments, there's no right or wrong answers on this. Okay? No right or wrong answers. I just want to know who you are and what you expect from the class. That helps me be a better teacher, and it helps me understand where you're coming from when you're taking a class. Again, if we were face to face, I would just ask you and we would talk about it in class, but we can't do that. Now you notice down here on this PowerPoint I say your exams will also be taken in Canvas. So you got to feel comfortable with Canvas. If you have difficulties accessing this, accessing Canvas, or working through this, you should call the Gorilla Geeks. And on the next slide, I'm going to give you access information on that. I've worked with them. They're very helpful. They get back to you right away. Wonderful people. This assignment, by the way, should be completed by Tuesday noon on June 7th. So you'll be sending me the emails by Tuesday noon on June 7th. Here's the Gorilla Geeks. They can be contacted if you're on campus, and I know most of you probably aren't on campus, but if you are on campus, it's 109 Whitesett Hall. Not difficult to find once you enter the building. It's very easy to find them. The setup of that building on the first floor is kind of an X or a cross, and you will find something on a column that'll tell you where they are. You can call them. I've had good luck calling them, talking to them. They respond very quickly. Also, email. Email at geeks@pittstate.edu. Another way, go on to the Pitt State website, type in Gorilla Geeks, and you can actually type into your computer your questions and they'll type back to you. Notice that they have different hours in the summer than they do in the fall and spring. So they will be available at different times. It's only going to be Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. So the last information I have on it is this. You may find that they're not there. So don't wait till it's time to do an assignment and then I give you your exam and you can't access your exam because you don't understand how to do Canvas. I want you to get to learn how to use Canvas early on. You're also going to learn how to use Connect, and Connect is separate from Canvas, and Connect is McGraw-Hill. With McGraw-Hill, though, I'll talk about this in our the next set of PowerPoints. Our first PowerPoint 1, it will be called, and that will be for our course material. I know that some of you don't want to be accountants, but I have to give a little spiel about why it's great to be an accountant. The pay is good. There's jobs. The market is really good now. And the main reason is because you just like it. You don't have to major in accounting. Some of you are bent on doing other things with your lives, as I said before, perfectly fine. But you might want to consider minoring in accounting. I have had students who are teachers. They're high school business teachers. They minor in accounting. So they take electives in accounting. And they are very particularly challenging to me because I feel like they're critiquing me and watching how I'm teaching. So I have to be a good teacher for them. There are students who are nursing majors or engineering, building science majors, and in these areas they know that their background in accounting can really give them an edge. Of course, in engineering, building science, you're thinking about building buildings, you're thinking about cost, taking care of cost. Why would nursing or people in medical fields want it? Well, what they do with it is they have to think about their medical records, they have to think about billing, their insurance company billing, so there's a lot of areas. Criminal justice. Well, it's not something students usually think about, but in the criminal justice area, we have all kinds of fraud that's taking place. We have thievery, we have blue-collar crimes that are taking place, and actually FBI is one of the major employers of accountants. You don't have to major in accounting, you can minor in it, and I have had students who are history majors, for example, think they're going to be teaching history, and they end up taking accounting, as a minor, and they say, this is my safe minor, so that I'll have a job when I get out if I can't find a job in this other area. What about this salary? Well, on salary.com they tell you an entry level accountant. Look at that, 43 to 53,000. Now, if you were to lead the accounting department as a director, 140,000 is the low number. 140 is low. Okay, so these are opportunities for you if you work in accounting. And there are many jobs. Think about it. Every single business, nonprofit, or government agency has an accountant. If you look at a movie, just go to the movies, you will see accountants listed. A recent movie that I looked at, there were 4 accountants listed for that movie. And accounting is not boring. It is just not boring. There are always jobs, good paying jobs, and it's not boring. When you get involved in accounting, you also become involved in particular businesses. For me, my area was retail, and I was very much involved in retail, and I still love retail. I love shopping, I love retail, but I'm an accountant. Now let's talk about the class. Well, your syllabus is online on Canvas, so again you need to get used to using Canvas. It's posted out there. You have to get on Canvas, and you're going to need to get on Canvas daily. I'm going to use it to send you emails. With your first assignment, you learned how to send me an email. It's not difficult to use. I know if you're on it or if you aren't on it, you need to be on it. You have to study every day. I know it's very grueling, it's very tiring, but it's only for a month. You do not need to buy the textbook as long as you have access to it. I said that earlier. You must buy Connect Access. You can buy it from McGraw-Hill. What's going to happen is you buy from McGraw-Hill, they'll give you a code. In the first set of PowerPoints, I'll tell you how to access the McGraw-Hill website. After you access this website, they'll ask for a code. The code will be what you have purchased. Communicate, okay? You send me an email. Now, this is my email address. I'm giving this to you because there may be a time when Canvas will not be available. I don't think that shouldn't happen very much, but if it does, this is a direct email. I prefer you go into Canvas and just put it in Canvas. If you put it in Canvas, it goes immediately to this other email. So don't think that by going to tpresley@pittstate.edu, it's getting to me any quicker. It gets to me just simultaneously, and it comes directly to me in my email location. Yeah. So I get it in my Zimbra. For me it's Zimbra, and I get it immediately. Whether you put it in at tpresley@pittstate.edu through your email accounts, and maybe it's a Gmail or other account, or whether you do Canvas, it goes directly to me and I get it the same amount of time. I just prefer that you do it in Canvas because in that way I can track all my correspondence with all my students, and I like you to do that. In Canvas, there's an icon that says Inbox, and you click on Inbox, and that's the way you access it. What is your weekly schedule going to be like? Well, the first day, Monday, you're going to read Chapter 1 from the textbook and PowerPoint 1, which will be similar to this introductory PowerPoint. And then in Connect, you're going to have some exercise to work on. Those Connect exercise, these on June 1st, will be due on June 7th by noon, which is also the same time you need to have completed that survey of who you are. On June 8th, you have PowerPoint 3, which is Chapter 3. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of each week, you tend to get PowerPoints and chapters. On Thursday, you'll be studying, and on Friday, you get the exam. This exam will be sent to you, and there'll be a time for you to take it. It is to be taken not in Connect, but in Canvas. So in Canvas, I will send you an exam. You complete it. Open book, open note, open book, open note. Everyone likes that, right? But it's just that you need to have everything prepared and ready to go so that when it becomes available, you can access it and go forward. What is grading in this class? Well, your exams will be 4 exams, 75 points each. I know, it's kind of strange, not 100 points. But, it's the same basic thing, 175. It's still worth 300 points total. Your Connect exercises will be 200 points for a total of 500 points. So if you don't get Connect, didn't do Connect, you just did your exams, you made 100 on your exams, you would make 300 out of 500 points, or you'd make 60% would be your score in the class. So unless you want a D, you're going to have to go out and get Connect and work through those exercises. The exams are taken off PowerPoint, off to Connect exercises. Very straightforward. Again, open book, open note. The points shown in Canvas when you go into Connect, and you might not find 200 points for the whole semester. What I'm going to do is take whatever percentage you have correct times 200, and that'll be the points. So that's how I'm going to work through that. If it scores warranted, I curve, and your exams will be posted to Canvas, and I will put on Canvas the curved grade. So I will curve after that. And yeah, see, no final exam, 0. No final exam in here. So once you've completed that 4 weeks of classes, those 4 weeks of exams, those 4 weeks of working through Connect, you've gotten your 3 credit hours completed and another grade put on your transcript. One thing I want you to do here is I want you to have fun. I want you to be like the happy cat. I don't want worries to hold you back. For some students, accounting is hard. For others, it's easy. For me, it's easy. For others, it's hard. Some can paint portraits and some can't. Some can do art, some can't. Some can play music and some can't. It is just that all of us click differently. And most students will learn this quite easily and quickly, but for others it takes time. And this is quite normal. You're not abnormal. Communicate. I'm here for you. My motto is, when you succeed, I succeed. I'm a dedicated teacher. I want you to be successful, and I want you to take what you learned this semester and use it. I want you to go forth and be successful people and to use it. That's why I'm a teacher. Okay, thanks. Now you know you've got homework to do, and you know what the homework is to go into Canvas. And so until next time, thanks.